One warm summer morning, a little mole named Thomas decided to explore his favorite forest clearing, a place he had loved since he was just a pup. As he pushed through the tall grass, his tiny paw suddenly bumped into something hard. What could this be? He wondered aloud and began digging around it with curiosity. After a moment, he unearthed an old torn piece of paper with strange lines and symbols on it. "It's a map!" Thomas gasped in amazement. Back in his cozy home, he studied the paper carefully. It showed a network of tunnels, arrows, and little X marks, all leading to a large circle in the center. "I have to find out what this leads to," he said determinedly. His eyes sparkled with excitement, and his paws were already itching to start the journey. The first destination marked on the map led to a large tree stump at the edge of the forest. Thomas had never been there before, so the trip felt long and mysterious. When he arrived, he discovered something incredible, a small hatch hidden beneath the stump. "This must be the entrance," he exclaimed joyfully. He grabbed the rusty handle and pulled. With a creak, the hatch opened to reveal a narrow staircase leading underground. Thomas paused for just a moment, then said to himself, "Moles belong underground. I can do this." And with that, he stepped bravely into the darkness. The tunnel was dim, but Thomas had brought a little lantern he'd made himself. Its warm glow lit the brick walls of the old underground passage. As he reached a large chamber, Thomas was surprised to find many animals gathered there. He met Ruddy, an elderly badger with tiny round glasses perched on his nose, and Ellis, a kind mouse carrying a basket full of nuts. "Who are you, and what brings you here?" Ellis asked curiously. "I'm Thomas. I found this map. It led me here," he replied, holding it out. Ruddy took a long look at the map and nodded slowly. "This is the map of our old underground railway. No one's used it in years, but it used to be our pride," he said with a sigh. Thomas glanced around and saw how run down and dusty everything had become. "Can I help fix it?" he asked eagerly. Ruddy and Ellis exchanged a glance, then smiled. "Let us show you around first," Ruddy said. "Stick close. Some places can be tricky," added Ellis. They guided Thomas through winding tunnels, past glittering caves, and across swaying bridges above underground streams. Thomas was amazed at everything he saw. "It's so beautiful," he exclaimed when they passed through a chamber filled with hanging crystal stalactites. But when they reached the main station, they found the tracks broken and the old cart overturned. "It's going to take a lot of work," Ruddy said quietly. "We can do it together," Thomas said with a big smile. Right away, Thomas got to work. Ellis showed him how to fix the rails, and Ruddy brought him a small hammer. "This is going to be my greatest adventure yet," Thomas thought as he tightened bolts. More animals joined in to help. Another mole brought wood for repairs, and even the young mole children carried pebbles to level the tracks. They worked all day, and when they finished, the railway looked as good as new. "We did it!" Ruddy shouted. The animals cheered and clapped. "Let's ride it," Thomas suggested excitedly. Everyone piled into the cart. "Hold on tight. Here we go," Ellis called, and the railway came to life, rolling through the tunnels with happy passengers. When Thomas returned to the surface, the sun was setting, painting the sky in shades of orange and gold. His new friends walked him back to the hatch. Ruddy handed him a small, worn book. "This is the record of our railway's history. Keep it as a memory," he said warmly. Thomas hugged the book close. "Thank you. I'll come visit again soon," he promised. Back home, Thomas flipped through the pages of the old book and smiled as he remembered the day's adventure. "That was the best day ever," he whispered, and drifted off to sleep, knowing he had new friends underground, and that he had helped bring their forgotten world back to life.